Hi, my name is Chris. This is a slideshow from my recent mission trip to Haiti, May 2013. Haiti is a small country off the coast of Florida. It shares an island with the Dominican Republic. Flying in, Haiti looks like any other island in the Caribbean, but a closer look, it's one of the poorest countries in the world. This was one of my favorite places, One Love Jesus Auto Parts. This is called a tap-tap. It's their local taxi. Driving in Haiti can be somewhat of a challenge, but our driver Vincent seemed to handle it with ease. We stayed at the Villa Mimica. It was a nice little place, kind of peaceful. Lots of beautiful trees and flowers all around. Dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Someday wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds. It was managed by a fellow named Gerard. It's French. The good news, they had a swimming pool. The bad news was under construction from past earthquake damage. The good news, it was repaired. The bad news, cement had to dry for 12 days and we were scheduled to leave in 11 days. Oh well, maybe next time. The Villa Mimica even had some chickens, turkeys, and other birds running around on the grounds. This little fella woke us up every morning. Hey, isn't that the little guy that sells car insurance? And we had fresh mangoes every day. Every morning, we loaded up our tap-tap with supplies and team members and headed out to the orphanage. That's Simon in the yellow shirt. He was our designer and chief carpenter. It seemed like the prettiest part of the ride was the last mile or two before we reached the orphanage. And we always seemed to pass some goats along the way. This is the Fodivha Orphanage where we work. It's located out of a small town named Tomazo. Currently there are 26 orphans who live there, and another 300 children from nearby villages that come to school. So pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking. Another old friend was waiting on us, Nidor, the dog. One of the projects was to paint the dormitory, inside and out. Some others went to work painting the outside. And a couple orphans lent a hand painting the boys' dorm. Jay and myself painted the girls' dorm. By the way, I wasn't using pink paint. It was called rose. 2 more projects were to put a roof over the deck and build a small library. That's bibliothèque in French. This is some of the tin roof, rebar, cement blocks, and lumber that was purchased with donated funds. Now it was time to go to work. Before we could start work on the library, we had to fill in the foundation with some big rocks. I had help though. Can't remember her name. I think it was Tiffany. Sarah and Hannah started work on the walls. The first wall was complete. Simon, Hannah, and Danielle got the first 2 nailed in. Simon wrapped it in plastic to serve as a moisture barrier and to keep out the dust. Then the plywood walls went up. Then the roof trusses went up. Then the purlins went up. Then they painted it a pretty sky blue. And finally, a shiny new red roof. All construction was done to the highest standards. By the way, That's Jess, one of our interpreters, holding the level, and our other interpreter, Danielle, is peeking over her right shoulder. Since I didn't know French, it was back to school for me. We had a generator, but it was in the shop for repair, so all the cutting was done by hand. Around recess time, there always seemed to be some extra help around. Simon and Hannah started work on the roof trusses for the deck. Once the first one was in place, the other one soon followed. This is Peter. He was down in Haiti on another trip with his wife Erica. They came with us one day to help out. On the ride home at night, we always seemed to have a few extras in the tap-tap. I think our record was 23. Usually we left the orphanage towards dusk, and God always provided us with a beautiful sunset on the way home. One Sunday, we went to an area town called the Metal Works. The workers took old oil drums, cleaned them, cut and flattened them, sketched out designs, chiseled them into the metal, and this is some of the final product. That's Sarah, Cece, who works at the orphanage, Rebecca, and half of Hannah, trying out some of the new chairs. Now I remember, her name was Brittany. This is Deb Briggs, our team leader, and her daughter Hannah. This is Brittany. He's the director of the orphanage. He took over for his mom. He had a birthday while we were down there. Besides giving him some presents, Hannah thought about the 26 orphans whose birthdays we would have missed. With the help of others, she put together 26 gifts and handed them out to the kids for birthdays past, present, and future. One afternoon, some ladies at the orphanage made us some lunch. No lunch can be complete without some local hot sauce. Hi, this is Chris again. Got a good view of the orphanage from up here. I want to go over a few of the projects we're working on. The dormitory got a fresh coat of paint. The deck has a new roof, and the library is almost done. Seems like we always run a little short on time to finish everything, so we left some remaining funds with the local workers to finish our projects. Some of the local workers putting in the countertop and a new kitchen that will be complete with a double sink. The countertop will also be covered with tile for easy cleanup. This basketball hoop is still standing. I helped build this back in 2011. This is one of the highlights of my trip. Donated money from Gateway Church in Cleveland, Little Redstone Church back home in Pennsylvania, and fellow co-workers back at the airport. We were able to buy the orphanage their first refrigerator. Since the orphanage don't have any electricity and it's very expensive to hook up, instead we bought them a solar system to provide the power to run the refrigerator. It wasn't complete when I left, but local workers had a good start erecting the tower for the solar panels. This was the team I was with down in Haiti. Starting from the back, that's Rebecca, Deb, Simon, Jay, Mamacita, Jess, Cece, Hannah, Brittany, Danielle, Sarah, Bertini, and myself. Our team consisted of 9 Canadians, 3 Haitians, and 1 token American. This is myself, Mamacita, and her son Bertini. This is Simon Trillwood and Deb Briggs. They put it all together. They work tirelessly with fundraising efforts, donation drives, and planning the next trip to Haiti. They are to be commended. Our work at the orphanage is almost done for this trip. However, the orphanage still needs money each month to buy food for the kids. If you'd like to help, please visit Deb's website at hopeforpeople.ca. Please keep this in mind. All team members paid for their entire trip on their own. 100% of all donations go for construction materials and food for the children. Also, the website hopeforpeople.ca has information if you want to be part of a team that comes to Haiti to work at the orphanage. You can see firsthand all the good that is being done. So, this is goodbye until next time. Adios.
Way up high.